Hi, I'm Ken. This is me on the MathsLinks website, and this is a quick video about what you can do to get past papers. So I'm on the Edexcel past paper page. I've put up every past paper that's currently available, and they're all free to download. You can get them from here or lots of other websites. I'm saying this because a lot of students and parents don't realise how freely available these papers are. So you can come get them, that's the first thing. If you want printed papers to work on, well, that's a little bit different, because if you don't have access to them from school, or you don't have a great printer at home or a printer at all, what do you do? Well, you can just work off them on a screen and work out on paper, but ideally you would have them printed. And what I'm going to show you is a really cost-effective way of getting papers printed, because we can't buy them. Nobody should be selling them. The exam boards own the copyright, but you are entitled to print them off if you want. So here I am, just to show you what I might suggest to you. I suggest this to parents, and I've used this website, PrintPon, before I had a good printer. If I wanted to print off a lot of stuff, it's not bad value for money, particularly if you get to the point you've only got to get to £12 to get free delivery. So what I've entered at the moment, I've just put in 24 pages, which is about standard for a past paper. It can be a bit more, it can be a bit less. And I've already selected double-sided. There's no reason why you wouldn't want a past paper double-sided. That's how they come in the exams. So it saves a little bit of money. So we're set up here for a 24-page past paper. It costs £1.61 for the printing. Don't worry, I'm going to get the price down. Just to show you at this point, it would cost us £3.80 for packing and delivery. So we're going to take the numbers up a little bit to get that down, get the cost per paper down. One thing we can do straight away, so I'll show you, I've got a PDF here, which is every hire paper that Edexcel have done. There are 39 papers within this one PDF file. It's 896 pages long. And one of the reasons I've sort of combined them into one file is if you wanted all these papers, rather than individually uploading them to the PrintPon website, you can upload this as one file. Also, if you don't want all those papers, but you want some of them, I've got a table of contents here, which will show you where you can start printing from if you want a select number of papers. So say, for instance, in a minute, I'm going to suggest we print off just from 2022, from page 513 to 896. So I know that will get me those 15 papers. Okay. But options you have with PDFs, even if you don't have a printer, if you go to print, I just push Control and P there, but there is obviously a print button. One thing I can do to save paper straight away is I can make it 2 pages per sheet. So what that's going to do is going to stick 2 sides of A4 onto one side. And this isn't a bad way of working when you're working with past papers. I do it with students quite a lot to save paper. So here we are. It will look like this. Rather than that taking up a whole page, it's now half a page. So straight away, whatever we're printing, we can reduce the amount of pages by double-siding and 2 pages per side. So for instance, one past paper, if we do that 2 pages per side, well, we're now only going to need to get 12 pages printed. So we brought the price of one paper down to 80p. So we're now looking at 80p a paper. And if we wanted to get to 15 papers, the reason for that is that would be around 180 pages. That takes me over the £12 I need for free delivery. So I'm getting 15 papers here delivered for free, delivered with postage included for £12, which I'd say is pretty good. We're less than £1 a paper. It's 80p a paper. And, you know, that would cost you money just in terms of paper, even if you're printing at home, and ink, and just time, and, you know, printers go wrong. So this is all going to be delivered to you quite nicely. I'd say it's quite worth doing. So say, for instance, we wanted 15 papers. So if I wanted, and 15 papers works quite well here, from all the papers from 2022, and I would always start with the most recent papers if I'm practicing past papers. I'm going to print from page 537 to 896. So I'm pushing Control and P, I'm customizing, I'm telling it, don't print all of this. I'm just going to save part of this PDF. And I'm also going to do 2 pages per sheet. So I'm bringing this down to that 180 page mark. So obviously, depending on which papers you're printing, you're going to have to play around with the page numbers. So that I can now save. and I'm going to save it there. It already exists. I'm going to overwrite it. And now I know I've got a 180 page document. Obviously it was a bit more. I'd have to adjust that, tell print pond what I'm doing. To be honest, I think it knows when you upload the file. So I'm going to come down here now. If I want to get stapling done or hole punching, you can, but obviously you're going to have to add to the price. And now I'm just going to select that file I just saved. So that is what's going to print for me. And that I think is a pretty good way of getting papers sorted. A final thing to add here, that was working out at £12 for those 15 papers. But say you've got a friend who wants them too, by changing it to 2 copies, we get it down to under £10 per person. And obviously the more friends, the better in life, the more you're going to save. So if you're getting them printed for other people too, you can continue to bring the price down for yourself. So an even better way of getting these done cheaply.